It's the time to get down.
Away and was confused. They had two lines to go in to go vote, you know, and they said you had to check through the security guy, and he says, okay, Negroes to the left door and black people to the right.
You're lying.
I just tried.
So on Mario.
Which door did you choose?
I thought about it. At first, somebody, and then I was going to go to the right, and then I said, no, I'm going to go to the left, and then I said, no, I'm going to go to the left. And then somebody says, one of those entryways has a Mitt Romney. That's how he said it. Mitt Romney supporter. So pick the right door.
Oh, so what happened? What's the end of the story?
Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney.
Negroes are to the right.
And Negroes to the left.
So which way did you go?
And black folks to the right.
And you went to
I didn't get to be black. No, so you have to understand, I wasn't black till I was 13.
Oh, that's right.
I remember when I turned black.
Yeah, you were Negro.
Yeah, they didn't use that.
Well, I remember when
it came up when I was 13.
American.
Oh yeah, that took a while after black.
Max said that's jacked up, Vic.
Max been everything. Max said, like my mother, he said, I've been everything.
You guys forget.
Negro.
You guys forget one. There's one that precedes Negroes.
Who? What?
Darkies.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, you probably forgot about that, you know. So I just wanted to let you know, in 2012, I felt liberated that I had more choices.
Oh,
that depending on the day, I can. If I feel like a nigga, I go to the left.
You feel like a
If I feel like black folks, I'm gonna go to the right.
Okay.
This is day to day, so I may change the door 4 years from now.
PMC said clown to the left.
And that makes sense, you guys.
Oh my joke to the right.
Election day, PMC's right. Everybody.
It's that time, man.
It's that time.
I should be punished. I apologize, Mom. I shouldn't have done that.
Turn that thing down and get ready for school. You got to vote today. I see Jess Reels got her pasty on her breast, proudly displaying that she has voted already in a movement of consciousness. Some people say they vote because they don't think it makes any difference. But hey, we're going to talk all about that today. It's election day down here at the studio. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to act. We can act a fool. We don't know if we should celebrate, cry. Is he going to win? Are the Republicans going to steal the election? What is your worry today? Or are you caring?
Yeah. PMC said he voted. All right, Pim. Yeah.
He went to the left door.
Hey, well, that's that kind of a day. So we're going to talk all about it, get everybody's opinion, find out how they feel. We might even try some new technology. I don't know what we're going to do. It's that kind of day because it's election day. So I didn't have my breakfast, but I got 2 bananas. I thought it would be symbolic. Come on, let's go over, bend over, and take it like a man. That's election day.
That's cold, man. That's wrong. Hey,
Okay.
it's a little extra today, you guys. All I can tell you is that we have to pay homage to those who stood out in the cold weather back in the day.
That's for real.
Yeah.
That's
Make
for real.
it appropriate for us to go out and represent. So you got to do your duty.
Yay!
That's right. Do
To
your
the
thing.
ancestry.
That's right. You have to remember, no matter what. No matter what. Just say that's okay. That's okay.
You got a blast on that one.
Okay, you guys. Also, hot takes and new sports, and we're gonna have a different theme today, but I can't tell you too much about it because it's always historical and it's always political. You just got to pick which one works for you and the best for you.
Historical, I
You pick historical. Well, in the meantime, we're going to do it the right way. I can't wait to see what happens because today, everybody's just going to be looking at the numbers. Which state? It's Ohio and Florida. They're trying to say it's going to be the toss-up state. But in the meantime, choose your door. Mario, you got some good news or bad news for us?
Well, you know, it's election day. So it's a matter of
So
perspective.
that's the bad news.
Hey, but I figured that with this crew, we got to make it a day of celebration and happiness. Get the right attitude about it. So let's do it. And then we may be a little bit different about it, but hey, we know it's a positive, right?
Positive.
Yeah, we're going to keep it up. We're going to be in a positive even when we state our negatives.
Yeah. Can we talk about Proposition 32?
What about 40?
I don't know, maybe 55?
We can talk about Psalms 317.
What about Proposition 1? I want to talk about that proposition.
You can talk about any
I don't
proposition
even know if you
want.
bring your slips.
Well, you know what? I got a proposition.
I
$1
got a
million
proposition.
date, one night stand.
What
Will you
we
do it,
came to
DeVoe?
do.
Be cool.
Come
Yeah.
on, everybody. Everybody, be cool.
Dang, she missed that last hit I gave her.
Now, you got to tell her again.
I know.
So y'all start getting into the conversation deep
Don't
in the
re-
last
don't realize it.
15, 20 seconds of the
Sorry.
track.
Well, it should be a light or something that flashes when we're at 15
Right,
seconds because I can
exactly.
start a whole new conversation.
I thought the part where I go, just be cool, you know,
Would help.
we got to do.
Oh,
You know, that
okay.
part. That's the part where you're supposed to know you're coming.
Coming or going.
I thought we
That's
missed
still
it.
Let's just do what we came to do.
That still doesn't
Let's
give you
just do
enough
what
time.
we came to do. That's,
Okay.
And that's
We
how,
need a
well,
rehearsal.
For Vic and I, well, I'm Vic and I don't. Why you think that is?
Because you guys been working together forever.
That's true.
No, we went over.
That's true.
Black
So,
people.
Come on,
Black
Mario.
people,
Be
so-
nice today.
Black people setting the tone.
Me.
So that sets the tone. The show, look what we have in the studio today. Because it sets the tone. That's why I said black people. Even as we approach the world, look at the eclectic bunch you have here. Because more or less, it has to shape the tone and the vibe for today's show as we approach our election day show. So it's going to be different. It's going to be, you know,
Oh yeah,
it ain't going to be the same.
we're here on election day. I didn't even think about it.
See, that's what I'm saying. I have to think about those things.
She's gifted.
But I must admit, it took me a minute too, Just Real, because we had forgot about it. Victor and I said,
Well, you get caught up in your thing.
and other things. He said, no, we got to do something today. We tried to poll everybody on the show yesterday about what they were thinking, and they were no help with this one. You know, about what to do in Election Day preview. Because it's a special day. People are out voting today. They're talking about how soon the returns are going to be in. And so I couldn't see any way to not make that the center point
Right.
of today's show. So that's what we're going to focus on today. But we're going to do some things on the fly. For example, we will be easily able to go to YouTube, look at some videos about some questions. So the stuff we don't know about, we'll go to YouTube. And we might even go to YouTube and get some classic video pieces to remind us about the elections, okay? And the purpose and the sense of all of
You mean
that.
classic, like from the, what, 60s?
Hey, you know, my mind starts. See, I left room for myself to let my mind think, you know, and let it roll because there are things that you can do and talk about and show that do have that relevance. And we'll attempt to do that today because it is
It is.
Election Preview 2012, and we do have in the house, as you can see and feel,
And feel.
the Empress
energy.
of all.
Yeah. Okay, my applause
Yeah,
here,
and Lady
okay.
Tech just real over there.
Bam.
You know what I mean? We got quotes today.
Yes.
We got quotes today. It's kind of cold. When that's a little premature, you know. Like you know,
Hey,
that's
I
kind
have
of.
to come up with some sort of
It's-
ending because you need a fade button on this.
It has a fade, but you're not that. Leave it alone.
Okay.
That's how I know how to do it. See, watch what I
No,
do it.
you go screaming
Yeah,
and you give it some sort
let
of.
me hear it.
Yeah.
See, I tell
I
you
don't
what.
like that. It
Why
takes
not?
away from the applaud.
Does it really?
Yes.
I bet the men like it. And I call those my lesbian screams.
You do for
And,
a long time.
and people write in and say, "Well, how, Mario,
How does
how you know those?" I say, if you can't tell the difference. My lesbian friend said, "Mario, you're so right."
They did
I
not
didn't
say
think
They did that. They said,
I
Mario.
said
He
it, but once I
lied.
listen, sounds kind of true.
All right, you guys. It is Tuesday, November 6, 2012. A special day because we have the ladies in the house. So, you know, that means we're going to get to do some things differently. DeVoe is logging into the chat room in an ambitious way. The Lady Tech Just Real is going to have quotes, but we're going to get to that. And so, even to start off our show today, you know, we also have a weekly quotation. This one by Robert Fulghum, the author of True Love. And I quote, "We're all a little weird, and life is a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall into mutually satisfying weirdness. And call it love. True love."
Oh, I like that one.
All right.
Okay, wait.
All right, that's the thing. Oh, she's working it. You don't have to look at the class, but you can let it go. Now, notice you can Okay, let me show you this. You can manually fade the clap. Look.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Got it.
Is
Then
that
put it
turning
back.
down?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. You see the
See,
knob?
I'm techie.
All right, okay, we can show that. Hey, like Vic said, we got to acknowledge the chat room. You know, so much of what we do here in our shows is a function of our chat room, and they serve as stars, fixtures.
do.
That's why they have established themselves
Exactly.
as cornerstones as part of what we do. So we got to acknowledge them. First of all, Mac McAllister, G&M Bureau Chief, 73 now.
Yeah.
From Po-Town.
All right.
That's right.
Mac is 73, you're saying?
That was fucked up face.
I'm working on it.
I'm sorry.
I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it.
Mac
Keep going.
is our G&M Bureau Chief up in Port Towns,
Yes,
Washington.
yeah.
Also from Pittsburgh, PA, we have PMC,
Yep.
otherwise known as C-Jams 1000, a man of just a few labels.
Hey, PMC.
And then a man who's come in out of the water, only to find water, who's now had to relocate. A man who has truly been affected by this weather pattern.
That's right.
But
He
who has
was
managed to
experienced.
persevere and still bringing music.
And still
Norman
be
Ross,
here.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Norman.
Still bringing.
He's still here. That's right. Oh, that was a good applause. I did that good. Oh, Jezzy, he
Yes.
said that the Pack Stereo ladies are looking lovely. Thank you.
Thank
He said,
you. That was Norman.
That's Norman.
Thank you, Norman.
All right. So announcement, you guys.
Work it.
Announcements to that. We're working on a bunch of crazy things. For example, we have a totally upgraded, integrated call-in system here. Well, we haven't attempted to use it because nobody's practiced. We're using the new Blog Talk Radio. We have it newly installed, and I'll be able to show it to you. But it's the newly installed Blog Talk Radio. And it allows us to have callers call in on the air. We'll see you log in as a call, all of that, and we'll be able to talk to you. And it has sound effects.
This is the Pack Stereo Network.
That's Victor's sound effect. There you go.
Yeah.
No, that's that brother who picked the Negro door.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Mario Hemingway.
Well, you guys don't be sleeping at all, do you?
No, they
Every
never
week
rest.
is something new.
No. And it's
Well, we
a-
up in the ante. No, that's part of the announcement because the up in the ante is that we're tying in some of the other technology. We're going to have the ability to deal with callers really live and on the air. I would give you the call in number if you guys really want it, and we could try it. It's just that none of us have practiced. It could be some crazy stuff up here.
Well, that would be fun.
But you see there, see where it says the vote. There's the call-in number. See, that's the host call-in number, switchboard. It tells you the numbers, for them to call in, and the guests call in.
Or
And
you
then
get
we
a
can
PIN
answer
number
it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't give them that, baby.
All right.
We don't give them the pin. Yeah, see, that's why we probably should work this. Okay, so I want everybody to know that we are upgrading things. We have. Why did we do this? Now, why? I say, well, Mara, why all this? We upgraded the whole Blog Talk system because we're going to be changing so that our Blog Talk listeners start getting a fully hi-fi audio broadcast. We've been using a speakerphone all the way, and we are using a speakerphone today to do our Blog Talk radio broadcast, simulcasted. Coming up, we're going to be switching so that Blog Talk gets a off-the-board, full, clean audio feed.
Wow.
Now, why is that important? Because parts of our shows are going to be available as iTunes podcasts.
Oh.
That's right. Specifically, New Sports, because it doesn't. It's safe. It's safe, relatively
Yeah,
safe.
'cause news,
And people
good news, bad
people
news.
tune into new news sports differently.
Right. Well, we're actually automating so that segments of our shows will be on iTunes as podcasts.
That's awesome.
And now I'm trying to get on the legal stuff because I really want that to happen for Mac too. But I'm trying to get a hold of all this legal stuff to find out what we have to do to get stuff approved and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because they keep changing stuff, but it's getting easier. Because everybody should know that 101.5 FM broadcasts on the internet totally legit. It's totally licensed. And we're filing our first reports this month.
Wow.
So I want you guys to know that we stepped up the stuff. Now remember too, the other announcement that I had really had to do with the fact that we have new apps for everybody. But they're only in development. Everybody was writing in, man, what do you mean you guys can't access the apps? The stuff I sent out was to show you how to access the app simulator so you could just see and preview. And everybody, like PMC would say, well, how do I affect the apps? Let's take a look, for example. Take a look at the Norman Ross app. Okay, take a look, everybody, because this is coming for all of our folks. Why doesn't DeVoe and Empress, why doesn't Empress, DeVoe, and Just Real have apps yet? Whereas Mac, Norman, PMC, everybody else has at least a rough app. Why is it that these two do not have rough apps? Because I don't use shit online. So I ain't killing myself to try to build apps. Now, the people who set up online presence, the apps are designed to integrate with your online presence. You do no extra work, but just use what you... See what I'm saying? So here's Norman's. This is an app simulator. Yeah, it's an app simulator. So it goes to Norman's stuff and gets his videos. And it gives you a way to see and take a look at the Norman videos.
It's like EPK in its own right.
And it updates automatically. It has his tweets. But Norman doesn't tweet. So look what you get, a big error sign. Error. So we're going to work. But I'm going to show you how to tweet certain things so that you don't mind tweeting. In other words, I'm going to give you the basic tweets you do like every week that are not personal while you struggle with how personal you want to be.
Right.
You can still tweet that my show is up. My show went out. You see what I'm saying? Or I'll be on the show. Then my show went out. Then go look. Same thing with Mac. I just want him to tweet the episodes.
I think I'm going to be really good at it once I start.
All right. So this is Norman. You can see photos, but of course, Norman has none. But it's almost ready. Now I showed you Norman. He's getting there.
He gets an applaud. Because,
yeah, he does. Because look at his first page. Look at this. It's all the good Norman stuff. Look at that. His videos. See how that? It takes you to his YouTube. Okay? Now, why? I'm building this for all of our associates because, because
you like you.
I care for you.
You do. You do. PMC
But
said Mario's making us all grind hard. Just putting us off the cliff.
See, I'm not.
PMC said lie. That's what's up.
I'm not making
Mario.
you. Okay.
No, he said that's what's up, Mario.
Okay, you guys. The point is that you guys can work at your own pace. I only give you incentive.
keep up.
I can't make you do anything.
And Norman said he's always on Twitter, so
So Norman just has to show me how. Norman, now remember, here's the way you guys remember how the apps work. You don't have to do what I do. What I try to do is I have to go look to where you have activity and make what they call an RSS feed. I have a lot of technical ways of making that. And also a lot of things. For example, let me give you an example. At Mac's site, let's look and take a look let's look at PMC. Notice it says app simulator. App. So it's a simulator. CJAMS 1000 flash picture.
Oh, very cool.
Now, why was I able to make PMCs? Because he has a membership at Mac's site.
Oh, okay.
And the Ning sites automatically allow for me to create RSS feeds from the activity feed, from the video feed, from the photo feed, and from the blog feed. Okay, now, so that allowed me to take what PMC does in Max and make an activity feed. Look at this. Look at this.
So RSS, everybody is capable.
RSS called really simple syndication. I don't want you caught up in the technology too much. It has to do with, like, for example, at the bottom of your Twitter, they have a little icon that's orange. That's called a feed. What it is, it takes all your activity and generates it into a feed. But I make the apps read that feed. When you upload videos into YouTube, it generates a feed. I can make the apps read that feed. When you tweet. So now since PMC is at Max Spot,
he can just
all he got is photos. Look at that. He only had 2 photos. But his videos, see how his videos automatically?
Yeah.
So the point is, the more active he is,
The more that
The
becomes.
He can
more
come back.
useful this is for
right,
him.
and you can still go back. Now, he can't. Now, I'm the one designing the app. So he's not really getting into that. But every bit of his activity is
Is
what's
there.
changing there.
Yeah.
Right, so it just puts all the activity in one central place. That's what the app does.
And the things that I try to get you to use are your online presence, depending on where you do it, your tweets, and your YouTube. That's pretty much it. Now take a look. I will show you one last one because I don't want you to get too caught up.
That's
But this-
going to be hot for the models and actors. Of
'cause- oh yeah, you know you can have yours, but I just wanted to mess with
I
you.
want one.
I'm gonna give you one.
And you know what?
But as
I've
soon
been
as you have
really-
a tweet, it was hard enough with Norman.
Prince DeVoe. I'm in it.
Norman made it harder for me. Some of y'all make it harder, but as you start, you'll see why I tease you a little bit about opening up.
Yes.
Just so you give me stuff to use for you.
Right.
For you. But I'm saying you get to now, as you guys are active, the app's going to keep changing.
Yes.
I just haven't filed them to be finished yet.
Right, right.
See?
I get that.
I'm still in their test mode, but I wanted you all to be able to see it. Let's take a look, the last one at Max. Here come we go. Mac McAllister. Now remember, once again, you're looking at, to your right, this is an app simulator. Okay, now there's and I can only use an 8, we got 10-letter name, so I got to be creative with these names. Because you could only, there's some things you're fixed with. That's why it says online WMac.
Okay.
That's the maximum letters is 10.
Mac McAllister.
Okay.
It's a little long.
Flash page.
Check him
Go on,
out.
Mac.
Now, so here it starts with
He
this.
does look like that little animation thing he has of
Yep.
himself.
See, this is all being generated without Mac doing much work.
Yeah.
He's got the photo section. Look at all this. Look at all this. See how
very
his
cool.
because this is all bringing it off his Ning
all
site.
the artists on his site.
On his
Norman
Ning
Ross.
site. Yeah, videos from the Ning
Daddy
site.
Mac.
Now here's what it doesn't do, right? Mac has a weekly show, right? Hot weekly #1 retro jazz. Is that accessing anywhere in the app? No.
No, why not?
Because we have to get him to do a couple things.
RSS feed.
So the way I designed it so far is that if Mac starts to put out a blog every week in his own blog on his site that talks about that weekly episode, just either announces it with the date, it'll show up right here. It's already active. If he blogs now, it'll change right in front of us almost.
Okay.
Technology is just amazing.
So you guys I wanted to tease you. So all of my people get apps. Okay, all of my people. And the whole thing, because we're going to give away these apps. Now, Blandy said, what about apps I can charge for? I can do that, but then we have to do different things too. Because we have to do different things with the people, and usually they charge us. But apps where you charge for the app are out there. I am working on those simultaneously, and also the app ad control systems that we can control. We can share the money. Remember? So when we put ads on your app, that's your ad system that we split the money on. That's
Definitely
coming.
from
I'm
Jamaica.
testing it right now. And it also has, I have software that's gathering statistics on the apps. So all this is coming for first of the year, all of our people. And also I'm building apps for the radio station. We have some apps already been submitted to Apple for approval. We have. So I just want you to know, in the first of the year, so all my people, I am teasing you a bit. I know I am. But if I do it and tell you I'm doing it, it's not manipulation, right?
No, it's still manipulation.
Yeah, it's
Max
still
says, so put it on my site.
Yeah, I can put. Yeah, we can put everything. Yeah, no. Well, the app right now allows people to basically, when you go to Max app, once it's out, because I haven't submitted it, they're all in app, they're all in development. It'll allow you to connect with his site. It actually already does that. No, Mac, I'm saying, if you go to the blog section on your own site, onlinewithmac.ning.com, and he posts a blog, it'll show up in this page on the app.
It just pulls it automatically.
Automatically. And I want him as a minimum to do his episodes, right?
Right.
Because then when you click on the blog item, it'll kick you back to his website to hear the episode.
Wow. And Max said he got it. He got
I
it.
need the app to connect to his website, right? Or else how's it helping him?
PMC said big up Mario.
Yeah, and
Big
PMC,
up.
once we get clear with what
Thank you for the
PMC's
effort. Thank you.
sites are, you guys know what your sites are, right?
Right,
We'll kick it over so it kicks over to that too, right?
right.
Whatever you do, right?
Right.
Whether you selling stuff, your stores, all of that. There's different ways we can try to do things. Okay, I'm just letting you know. All right, so everybody, that's the
Thank you,
announcement.
Mario.
App
Wow.
City.
I said you're part Jamaican.
Well, that's the announcement because that's the stuff all coming for 2013. Totally revamped looked for our own website. Totally revamped websites for the radio stations, and that's why I wanted you guys to be aware of that because you all of this applies to you all. It has to do with what you want radio wise. Just like if you go neourbanradio.com. I want you just to see. Neo. Excuse me. Neo Urban Radio Net. I can't remember. Neo Urban. So we got all these new things coming for you. You so bad.
Oh, now you guys like it. See, it's funny now, isn't it?
See, yeah,
See, it's
see?
funny. That's the whole
When
point.
he did that, I was thinking it sounds like we need an applause.
No, I wanted to
Need
see
applause.
you guys.
A woman screaming. If think of a sound a man can make that will catch you off guard that you enjoy all the time.
I
Oh,
don't know that I enjoyed that.
You
like
really have a
that.
hard time enjoying sounds and effects, don't you?
Women screaming in ecstasy, yes.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's not what I enjoy.
Well, have you? Well, but it reminds you. See, some people it reminds them. Some people hear the sound and get jealous.
No.
Say, I used to sound like that back in
I just want to
1989.
know, is there a sound that women enjoy? See, you know what? Is this true,
That
Devo?
wasn't
tell
it.
me.
Isn't there, are there a lot of women who like to, if they, like to hear a man grunt?
well, maybe not grunt, but
I
I
was
think
like,
we
what
like
is
to
it?
hear.
Like you taking a dump.
What's
What
the-
about? What about?
Eat that sticky rice. Too much hanging out with those
Stop
Filipinos.
it. I mean,
Eat that
going back
sticky
to what
rice.
you were saying, though, Victor,
Yeah.
I think a man's scream, it would have to be a moan.
So it's
Yeah.
almost more like
Yeah,
a, like
would
a
have to-
growl.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
Hey.
a little bit with a moan.
Moaning and see.
Okay.
That's something
That's
that
what I
a
was
woman
saying.
would like to
Okay.
hear. You got one of those in
Well,
there?
I do because I do. You guys can check it out.
Can you record that?
When I was watching the movie Brokeback Mountain, how many people saw
I
Brokeback
saw
Mountain?
it with you.
I saw it.
Okay, now
I admit.
I had trouble with the sex scene, so I tried to turn my head, and not watch because I had a little trouble. I was uncomfortable, just a little uncomfortable, and so. But you still hear it.
Well, that's what made that movie.
So those are all men sex sounds.
But that movie particularly made its mark because it was about that.
Yeah.
They worked with the sound.
I mean, those are
the whole
some male
sexual
sex
thing.
sounds. I'm just saying.
That's kind of like
I'm
a
just
male
pointing it out.
porn
Norman
done
might say,
in
"Yeah, I
film.
remember. I love that movie."
I love that movie.
But you know what?
Because
took
it was
me-
real.
It
took
was
me 2
real.
years
It
to
was
see
real. It was real.
Oh,
But I had to, I had to see it. And then I have friends,
Max said you leaving yourself open, Jezzy, a little
Yeah.
earlier when you were
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
walking
about it.
down the path that you were walking down.
were.
I don't know where I was walking.
You-
Oh,
that's okay.
okay.
Well, let me.
Well,
go
you
back.
guys, well, that's kind of a day it is today. So we're gonna jump around. So I've kind of warned Jezzy, okay, because
What?
the quote section is coming up in just a minute.
You are no
The
good.
quote section is coming up soon. It's coming up soon.
I didn't practice, guys.
Now the thing is, though, we have you guys, and I got to tell my people because lately we are a little scattered, and I know I've been missing videos from my people. Okay, because PMC's done videos, Max done videos. I just got lost and caught up with all this other stuff going
He's
on
been
around.
upgrading, adding apps, doing apps.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's now
okay.
the app guy.
Yes.
So we do have. Let's take a music break, but we're gonna do a Mac video. But Mac's got a couple of new things. So he's got his. Let's ask Mac which one he wants us to play. Mac McAllister Journal, the disco meets hip hop, or Mac McAllister Journal Love Shadow music video. Let's ask the maestro himself through the
that's
wizardry
nice.
of our interactive chat room.
That's
Because
right.
I'm sure he'd prefer one over the other.
But
That's
you know,
right.
he
Mac,
did-
which would
he
you
did
prefer,
just
Mac?
Write a joke though.
What did he say?
Remember the Richard Pryor joke? I was screaming to keep from laughing in your face. You remember that joke?
I definitely
That was a
do.
cold joke.
That is a cold joke.
Love shadows, he said.
All right, here we go.
Mac, you know
Infidelic
good, you know
Symphony,
good, you
Blood,
know
Love,
good.
and Family. All right, that's what this is. This is Mac McAllister Journal, Love Shadow music video, and some of the information, remember, it's Infidelic Symphony, Blood, Love, and Family, featuring Michael Anthony and DJ Vadim. So, you know, they get their own credits, these folks out there.
Well, that's good. We all want credit.
We'll be right back.
Everybody tells you that you'll be no good 'cause of all the trouble you've been causing our neighborhood. Little do they know that you've been covering for someone. Blood is thicker than water, and you do what's gotta be done. Oh, in the middle of the night, their words they burn. In the pit of my mind, there's no stone unturned. Try as hard as I can, but there's no other way. So I hold it down and take it day by day. Listen, you know, you gotta keep it strong. You know, you got a baby at home. You know, you gotta help them live. But I can only do it day by day. Yeah. Working all the hours that God can send, praying that He'll give me the strength in my bones to make it to the end. Don't need no motivation to see me through the day. Just a look on my baby's face is enough to get me on my way. And oh, in the middle of the night, their words they burn. In the pit of my mind, there's no stone unturned. Try as hard as I can, but there's no other way. So I hold it down and take it day by day. Listen, you know, you gotta keep it strong. You know, you got a baby at home. You know, you gotta help them live. Yeah, but I can only do it day by day. Yeah.
It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. Sitting at the table playing cards, the world handed me. Thinking about my family and automatically my spirits live like they've been a twist in gravity. But yo, mom working 2 jobs, dad working too hard, sis moving too far away to get a new start. It's like my whole world been flipped upside down. And mama, I'ma stop doing all them things that make you worry too. DUIs, but I got through them, but not without you. And by you, I mean all of you. My family, I owe it all to you. If there's anything that I can do with God as my witness, I'ma follow through. Yeah.
Must confess, I must declare, I'm not of stable mind. Don't really think about them, but when I finally do, I should really say this, that you're my favorite. Been burning this candle for far too long. This fucker
joke. Mom working 2 jobs, dad working too hard, sis moving too far away to get a new start. Thinking about my family. But not without you, and by you I mean all of you. My family, I owe it all to you. Anything that I can do with God as my witness, I'ma follow through. Yeah.
I shouldn't really say this, but you're my favorite. Been burning this candle for far too long. This fucker is strong. It won't burn out. It won't shut down. It won't blow out. It won't close down. But I hold on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's the master of 3D animation. The non-techie